Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to be talking about the 10 best sets throughout Smash Ultimate history. Now a couple rules before we get into it. The first one being that there's going to be no banned players on this list for obvious reasons. The second one is going to be that no same set can occur twice, and what I mean by that is let's say you have MKLeo tweak, because spoilers, they're on here. There's not going to be 5 MKLeo tweak sets because you don't want the same players crowding up the list, though I will give mention to a couple of those sets just for the sake of variety. The third one's going to be that I wanted to make it so no player appears on the list more than 3 times, again, just for the sake of variety, because there's so many amazing players in this game that I want to give shoutouts to. So those are all the rules. Let's just get right into it. I also want to give an honorable mention to Esam versus Light at Glitch 7, because whenever these guys play, it's amazing. But that set specifically kind of made me change how much I like Ultimate. Because I went from being a fan, I liked the game, to loving the game. The passion that was instilled from this set, I cannot explain it. I have so much nostalgia connected to this one. And honestly, the only reason it's not on the list is because I couldn't wait to tell you about it. It is simply incredible. Game 1 is super dominant from Esam. Light's able to win games 2 and 3. Game 4, Esam closes it out. And Game 5 is one of the best last hits I've ever seen. Esam gets his first major win. This set will always hold a special place in my heart. Such an amazing one. Whenever they play, it's like a really good set, but this one specifically just super important. Honestly, the reason that the channel exists to this day, like, it probably would have existed, but definitely not to the extent, so have to give a shout out. But now on to number 10. Now, some sets are going to be on here just because the story is really cool, maybe there's a really good run leading up to it, and sometimes the gameplay itself is just so amazing that it has to be mentioned, and Spargo vs. Karama at LSI is definitely one of those gameplay sets. Not to say the story isn't cool, though, because you have Karama on the run of his life up to that point, and Spargo coming back from a big break, kind of proving is he still going to be one of the best players in the world, and he definitely showed it in this set because he played out of his mind. Spargo is so scary, one of the fastest players in the world, probably the best ledge trapper in the world. I don't know how you're supposed to get off the ledge versus him, because he just reacts to everything that you do perfectly. He is simply ridiculous. His pressure is insane. But then you have Karama, whose spacing is unreal, and he's doing it with Mario. That isn't a character that you should be able to outspace Cloud with, but he's managing to do it, and his on-hit game is just simply ridiculous. That's what you know Mario for, and Karama has it in spades. He hits you once, and you explode off the top. You get forward aired off the side. Every single time that these guys touch each other, it was going to be for a massive amount of damage. The set is so fast. Both players played out of their mind, and in the end, Karama did end up taking it. Only one of the few wins that he got to have that insane run. Karama is so good. So is Spargo. This set is such a banger, and you know it's going to be a good list when this is the first one on it. The next one is going to be Meister versus Zachary at the Big House in Losers Finals. And this set is especially cool because, 1, Meister eliminated Zachary, at least sent him into Losers Bracket with Core and Game & Watch. 2, the Summit qualifier spot is on the line, but the reason that the set is on this list is in the first 2 games, Zachary goes Sonic. And you might think, wow, Sonic, boring, clicking off the video, not a good take, because Sonic is lame. And even though it is still Sonic, the games were nice, but the game 3, 4, and 5, he goes Joker at reverse 3-0's Meister, absolutely destroys him in game 5, and I hear what you're saying. Why didn't he just go Joker in the first 2 games? It's because he went Sonic to get information. Soak that in. He had so much confidence in his Joker. With a Summit spot on the line, Loser's life on the line, he reversed 3-0's, he has the confidence in the Joker, he knows he can do it, and he pulls it off. Just absolutely insane from Zachary. I have never seen anything like this, and I don't honestly think we ever will again. This is a set that is truly unique for that reason. It is so good. Plus, the gameplay itself is just really sick. You have 2 amazing players like Zachary and Meister. Zachary is playing incredibly hot. He ends up winning the tournament after it. Just such an amazing set. But the amount of confidence just to say, yeah, I can reverse 3-0 after I get this information with Sonic is just, it's unreal. The next one is going to be another Zachary set, though this one doesn't quite turn out in his favor, and that's going to be Zachary versus Void at Frostbite 2020. Now, this set is really good. You have first game being Game & Watch versus Sheik. Void manages to take that with some really clean conversions. Game 2, it is going to be Rob versus Sheik, and Void gets rocked. He gets absolutely bodied. One of the biggest destructions I've seen in one of these sets where the other player does win it. It is like 3 stock. The percent isn't even that high. He just gets destroyed. We're at the character select screen, or rather the stage select. Void is just thinking, what am I going to? Everyone's like, is he going to go Pichu? Is he going to maybe go Joker? Does he stick that with Sheik? Void, though, he's just saying, okay, what stage do I want? He has full confidence in Sheik, and a lot of players in this situation, they're going to fight. They're going to be like, I need to make a swap because this is not going to work. It got destroyed game 1. There's no way I can pull this off. Void has full faith, and he manages to take game 3 and 4 because the combos he's landing are ridiculous. He's killing Rob at like 80% off the hit. He is so clean in the set. He's taking Rob from one side of the stage to the other one, and Zachary as well. Whenever he hits Void, he's getting a lot of damage. He's getting some pretty early kills. The thing about Void, though, is he just doesn't let him hit you. Every single time they're in neutral, Void is so hard to hit. He hits you for like 40%. His conversions are ridiculous. Void just plays this set so well, and Zachary tries his best but isn't able to pull it off. Void wins at game 4, and it's just such an amazing set. We just get to see Sheik in her full form. She hits you once, she explodes you, she hits you a second time, and she kills you. It is unreal. The next one is going to be the last Zachary set in this video. We've had 3 in a row, but what can I say? He's a hype player, and it's also going to be the 6th character that he's played, because at this point he has played Rob, Game & Watch, Joker, Sonic, and Corrin. And now the 6th one he plays is Pit, because why not have a Pit era? And it did work out for this one. It's going to be Zachary versus Yoshidora at Kagaribi 9. This set was unreal, and the context for it is also really cool. You have Zachary making this crazy losers run, again with Pit, which is a character that you shouldn't be able to make a run with, especially at a tournament like Kagaribi 9, but he manages to take it all the way to loser semis to find Yoshidora, and they have a banger game 5 set where Zachary does manage to close it out. And just watch the set for Zachary's arrow play alone, because he's just so clean. He is an American sniper. He hits every single arrow he throws out, just gets so much chip damage. His conversions are unreal. Again, he's doing this with Pit, which makes it like 10 times more impressive. And the other side of it, you still have Yoshidora, who's just such an amazing player to watch. The way he just moves around with Yoshi, it is like art. He is so clean with it. His conversions are unreal. He is fearless. It is actually insane. Both these guys are so talented, and this set was just an insane one. The first time we've ever seen them play, but I can't imagine the last. I'm really excited for the next time they go at it, because it could go either way. Our next set is probably going to be the most stressful set on this list, and that's going to be Mutes versus Light at Genesis 9. Now, the first 3 games of this set are incredible. You have Light winning game 1 with some really clean conversions, Mutes winning game 2 with the same thing, really clean conversions, being able to punish Fox's recovery very well as well, and then game 3 you have Light winning as well. Game 4 is incredibly close, one of the closest last stock last hits I've ever seen, and Light barely misses it. Instead of going for a down smash, a crucial down smash, he goes for a forward smash. Mutes punishes it, kills him, and ends the game. And game 5, Light destroys Mutes in the first stock. He takes him up to 90% without basically getting hit. And Mutes lands one turnip combo and evens it right back up, puts it in his lead, manages to take the game finally. But the last stock last hit of game 5 is the most stressful last stock last hit that I've ever seen as a spectator. I can't imagine what it was like to play for them. It was like 30 seconds of just Mutes getting grabbed by Light over and over again, giving Light nothing except these grabs. He knows that Light can't win off the grabs. He doesn't mind giving up the stage position because he's playing outside of Light's kill range really well with float, because Mutes' floating is absolutely ridiculous. The way he spaces around characters is insane, and he finally manages to crack Light's armor, gets in there, and ends the set in an explosive fashion. It is such an amazing set. Just watch those last 2 games alone because they're such bangers. Game 5 is one of the best game 5s I have ever seen in Ultimate. The combos were unreal, the conversions were crazy, and the last stock last hit was just beautifully played. The next one is going to be Void versus MKLeo at 2019. And if you've been an astute viewer, you notice that Leo hasn't been in this video at all. Don't worry, he's coming up a couple more times after this. But this set is so cool because I think it embodies Ultimate so well. Game 1 is Joker versus Sheik. MKLeo manages to take it. Game 2, Void switches to Pichu, manages to take that. Game 3, Leo switches to Lucina, manages to take it. Game 4, Void switches to Sheik, manages to take it, and game 5, it's back to Joker Sheik, and Leo is able to close it out. This is what the future of Ultimate looks like, or should look like. People counter-picking each other, plus the gameplay between those sets is just so sick. You have Void and Leo, who are just such cool players. Void is so amazing. His conversions are unreal, such elaborate. He is just so precise with his movement, and if you are a Smash Ultimate fan, you are probably a Leo fan, because when he plays this game, it is majestic. It feels like the correct way to play. He's just making the right decision 90% of the time. He's so good. And just the idea of them counterpicking each other just perfectly, getting it out, the importance of that game 1 just being really set determining there, I think is so cool. I haven't really seen a set like this either, kind of like the Meister and Zachary set, though not to the extent, because I think we might see this again. I really think that this could be the kind of future of Ultimate, and it was in 2019, September 2019. This is a long time ago. We still aren't seeing it to that level. These guys way ahead of their time, just amazing players, and this set was an absolute banger. Now, the next set is going to be the best Ditto that we have ever seen in Smash Ultimate, by far, and I honestly don't think it'll ever be topped because this set is simply ridiculous, and that is going to be Gluttony versus Tweak at Congo Saga. The conversions between these guys are simply unreal. Both of them are hitting each other at 40 and killing each other, and it's like the same conversion. They're so perfect. You'll see Tweak do something, Gluttony will do it 1 second later. You'll see Gluttony get a nice edge guard, Tweak gets it the next stock. It is simply unreal. They're going back and forth. Every game, someone pulls off something ridiculous, and Game 5 is so intense, even though it does end a little anticlimactic, because that's just how Tweak sets end for some reason. It is still an absolutely incredible set. Again, I don't think we'll ever see a Ditto like this, and Dittos are usually like not as entertaining because it's just the same people fishing for the same options, but the way that they're playing the game is just so clean. Their movement is ridiculous. That's kind of something about Warrior that's always interesting. It's like he's never really out of it because of how scary Waft is, and both players use it to the full effect, whether it's to get a lead, to get a comeback, to just even things up. It is such an amazing game, and this is, again, by far the best Ditto that we've ever had. The next set is going to be Spargo versus Tweak at Main Stage 2022 Grand Finals. This set is so sick for so many reasons. One, the gameplay is amazing, but we'll get to that in a second. Two, they played in the winner's side. Tweak was able to take that. And three, the storyline that it sets up after them is so sick because the next two tournaments, they also played each other twice. They played twice at Scuff, where Spargo took it twice. They played twice at Let's Make Big Moves, where Tweak took it twice. And now the Grand Finals of this tournament, a 10-game Giga Banger set. It was simply incredible. And Spargo played like he did not care. This was his first ever open major bracket back, at least after his break, of course, and he just did not care. He would go so far off stage. He'd go for the craziest reads. He was playing out of his mind, and a lot of it was working on Tweak. Sometimes he would absolutely destroy him. Sometimes Tweak would get these crazy reversals. His conversions were also insane because it's Tweak. Everything he does is just oh so fancy, especially with that Diddy Kong. Both these guys played the set so well, and in the end, Spargo was able to take it played out of his mind. Such an amazing player. And again, the rivalry that it set up for the next two tournaments was just something that was super cool to see, and I imagine that we'll see these players playing again and again because they're both at the top of their game right now. So excited what the future holds for both of them. Now, the next set is the reason that there is no repeating matchups in this video, and that is going to be MKLeo versus Tweak. Every single time that these guys play is a Giga Banger, and they have played a lot. My personal favorite set is going to be their one at Smash Ultimate Summit 5, but Evo was simply incredible. The reversal with MKLeo's Joker was just insane. Smash Ultimate Summit 3, the first tournament back from quarantine, was really sick. Let's Make Big Moves was the most lost I've ever seen MKLeo. That was absolutely ridiculous from Tweak, as well as the return of the Joker, but their set at Smash Ultimate Summit 5 saw the best of both of them. You have Tweak destroying Leo in the first two games, then you have Leo coming back in 3 and 4 with the Byleth switch off the Aegis, with some insane comebacks just showing that he is the clutchest player in the world. And then you have Game 5, such an insanely close set, and at the end of the day, Tweak ends up taking it, giving Leo one of his worst performances ever, making him miss his first top 8 in the pre-quarantine or the post-quarantine era. Just an insane set. The gameplay is unreal. Again, that Game 5 specifically is on this list alone. It is so good. Last stock, last tick. Tweak barely manages to close it out. Just an amazing set overall. Every time that these guys play against each other, it is simply incredible, and choosing one was so hard. I can make an entire video ranking MKLeo Tweak sets, and honestly, I might have to. And our final set, and in my opinion, the best set in Smash Ultimate, by far, for me at least, and that is going to be MKLeo versus Mars at Genesis 7. This set has everything that you need. It has crazy comebacks, it has crazy conversions, it has 1 second reactions. It is just perfect. 3 games of last stock, last hit, beautiful Smash Ultimate. Mars does something crazy every single game, whether it's the game 1 where he hits the insane first stock that he takes off Leo, hits him once, and Leo dies. Game 2, he gets his jump clipped off stage, and instead of just giving up, accepting defeat, in his split second in front of thousands of people in Grand Finals, he up Bs the other way, kills Leo, trades the stock for both of them, and in hindsight, it's like, yeah, that's the obvious decision to do, but to have the wherewithal in that situation is just unreal. And then Game 3, just the ballsiness to just run up, throw up that up smash after whiffing the side B. It is just so good. I cannot put into words how good this set is. Please just go watch it. Don't take my word for that one being good. Just go watch this set. I implore you. It is simply amazing. It isn't too long of a watch. Just absolutely incredible. And I thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Again, this is just my opinion. There is so many amazing sets in Smash Ultimate. Like, I didn't even mention a Mars, or rather a Gluttony MKLeo set in this video. They're insane. I didn't mention a Mars Light set in this video. There are so many amazing players that didn't make it in. Please let me know down below what your favorite sets are. I'm really curious. And again, thank you guys for everything. Support's been absolutely unreal lately. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.